Kevin with the free kick changed the momentum. I think we start really well. The two actions, set pieces, they are so strong. It's the best team in the Premier League, and we are not the tallest team, I would say. And the first goal was a good action in that term, so we have to admit it. We defend perfectly, but it's good action. And now they had a moment that would have been nervous, not easy mentally to continue. But after the free kick from Kev, change our momentum, scored the 2-2, and after the start of the second half, the 2 goals quick. But if you see the chances that we had, we could score 8-9 easy because we arrived in the final third in 1-against-1 with the keeper. How many times? A lot. But the work ethic, the way we play was really good.
James McAtee, with the goal that he got, obviously his first start for City in the Premier League. You must be delighted that he repaid faith in you, because you said pre-match you were thinking you maybe should have played him earlier.
Yeah. I know them, so I know how good it is, so I don't have any doubts about that. Sometimes look how many players in the academy in the past, they are shining in the Premier League and in all around the world, and many, many good clubs. It's because the space was not there, because it was senior players. That's why we won what we won in the past. And McAtee, the quality is there, we know it. He could score incredible hat-trick or 4 goals because the chance that he had was so clear. But it's not easy when you don't play quite regularly, have the composer in the ATR box, in front of the goal to score the goals. But I'm pretty sure he will. That will help him, and we can rely on him.
Ederson's 4th assist of the season, pretty good for a goalkeeper, but he came off. Is he okay?
Have some disturbing in the past, and 2 months ago, and he appeared again today.
So is it a case of wait and see in terms of that injury?
Yeah, listen, the season had been a nightmare in that term, so had been and when you see, okay, Erling injured 6 weeks, could not be worse. And after Eddie, I don't know, could not be worse. So yeah, always can be worse. So it's what it is, and accept it, and 6 finals, FA Cup, and recover the players.
Yeah, it's been a nightmare, Pep is saying, with the injuries they've had, the things they've had to deal with this season, but he'll be very happy with the way the young player stepped up today on his first Premier League start for Man City. How did you think James McAtee did?
I thought he did very, very well. He's a very technically gifted player. He's a good finisher. He's right in his interview. He could have had a few more goals today. He played in that sort of high, slightly wide, slightly inside. They couldn't pick him up, and he was constantly making runs, like for the goal where he got him behind. Pleased for him, but this club's produced some good young players over the last few years, and so the academy's functioning as well, which is really good.
And the player of the match, Kevin De Bruyne, has joined us now. Kevin, thanks for coming out to see us. And this is the first home game for you since you announced the news of your departure. What were the emotions like today coming into it?
Oh, happy. Of course, the scoreline didn't reflect a bit what I thought about the first 20 minutes, but we found a way to change the game, and in the way 10 years is not going to change 20 minutes. I'm going to enjoy every moment that I have here, and I'm happy that we found a way to perform well today.
Tell us what was going through your mind when that Eze goal was ruled out, because that felt like the turning point, and it felt like you then just decided you were going to grab that game and drag your team to the win.
I don't know. I thought the first 20 minutes it was actually all right. We had a couple of chances, but they pounced on 2 chances, 1 chance and a corner, and then obviously the Eze chance. And I was like, okay, what's going on here? But I think the reaction was really good. Obviously, scoring quickly the first and the second changed the feeling of the game. But I think overall we played really well.
Kevin, what do you need to do from now to the end of the season to ensure you get that Champions League place and you leave the club on a high and where they should be in the Champions League?
Oh, we need to win these games. I know.
Yeah.
No, but I think perform the way that we did today. Be
Yeah.
aggressive. This team has always been good when we are aggressive, when we press forward. Of course, we struggled this year, but we need to find a way to win these games. And the most important is that this club next year plays Champions League. And hopefully we can bring that to them.
Yeah, and the young players like McAtee and Oscar Bob coming on today, and the club still is positive for the club in the future, isn't it?
Yeah, I think in the years that I've been here, there's been so many young players coming through, and I think also to play for this team as a young player, the level that you need to have is high, but for them to be able to do that at 18, 19, 20 years means that they're really, really good. And this will help them enormously.
How much are James and the likes of Nico really trying to tap into your knowledge and your experience while they've still got you here?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes they ask questions. Sometimes they look. I think, as a young player, you need to grow a bit in a team. You need time to learn how to adapt to the team. But then I think once you get into a rhythm of really being confident and playing, you're a different player. In the beginning, you're a bit shy. You don't know what to do. But then now these guys are part of us. So there's no difference between me and Rico. He does his job like I do mine, and they feel comfortable with us. So that's the most important thing.
Gav, just watching you out there today, obviously, you've been such a fabulous player at this football club, but it just shows you can still do it, right? And obviously your chapter's coming to an end at Manchester City, but there's more years left in you. So you're looking forward to playing on?
Yeah, of course. It's been a hard year. Having a hernia wasn't fun, but I think now I would say I'm basically pain-free for the last 6 weeks, and that's a massive difference. Playing with pain or no pain, it was hard, but now I feel free. I'm able to do a lot of training sessions, and I feel I can do a good job. So.
Do you think there'll be a moment, when it comes to the last home game here, where you'll be able to hopefully Champions League football in the bag, look around with your family and then take it in, because it's been 10 years. It's been a fantastic 10 years.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know how I'm gonna feel.
Yeah.
I've been here so long. My family's been here 10 years. My kids are born in Manchester, live their whole life here. So it's gonna be something different for them. I think they're a bit scared, excited, but it's a bit unknown because we don't know what's gonna happen for the moment. But I want to enjoy, play good football like I did today, and for the rest, I'll be fine. So, if I can play football and my family's happy, I'm good.
You want to enjoy these final few games, but to go out with an FA Cup win, Kevin, would that be the perfect ending?
Yeah, that would be brilliant. To be in the semis again is great. We play Nottingham, who's done really well. But we're going to try and give it a best shot winning, and that would be really nice.
Kevin, thank you so much and best of luck. And we're going to hand you another one of these. I'm not sure how many of these you've had over the years in the Premier League, but you are the player of the match. Well done.
Well done. Take care.
It's really interesting, isn't it? Because we don't normally think about that when he's saying his kids are maybe a bit scared, a bit excited, because he's such a part of the fabric of this city, of this club, and that's coming to an end this summer, and there's so much more to think about.
Yeah, do you know what? That's really insightful. He's a great player. We all know he's like favourite. He's been here 10 years. Regardless of whose decision it was or anything, it'd be a wrench to leave. It'd be difficult to change when you've been somewhere for that long. I was at 7 years at Chelsea and walking out the door. Well, that was difficult. Do you know what I mean? It's so that's insightful. It's a real change for him. But I'm glad he's excited, because we're excited. If there won't be any club in Europe that would not want Kevin De Bruyne in their side if he decides to stay in Europe. I think he's still capable of affecting games at a very, very top level. So it'll be great to see him. I might be naughty. It'd be great to see him stay in the Premier League. It
Maybe
would be,
a little bit naughty.
But
you can't see him ever playing for another Premier League club, can you?
Stranger things have happened. And like I said, he's a joy to watch. Today was an absolute joy. Me and Crouch had a great time, apart from the fact that our knees were stuck on them chairs behind and we couldn't move. It was like you come to football and you want to watch players like that, and it was a real privilege. Yeah.
And at the end as well, he got such a lovely ovation, didn't he, from all the fans here. He looked quite emotional. But his performance today, Peter, deserved it. Just sum up how well he did out there.
Yeah, just an unbelievable talent. We can sit here and talk about him all day. For me, it's just his weight of pass. I think he's a leader. You can tell what he's like. He drags people along with him. He's done it in the Champions League so many times. Obviously, the free kick, this is it. As you said, he dragged Manchester City back into it. They were really struggling, let's be honest. In the first 20-25 minutes, they don't score there. You can see Palace going on and getting another one. So, huge goal and massive moment in the football match, and that comes from the big players.
And he was involved in the 2-2 goal as well for Omar Marmoush as well, Joe.
Yeah. I mean, listen, he's involved. He's the fulcrum of everything Manchester City do. And like I said, do you know what I wanted to ask him? Because Marmoush scored this goal. I think he would have loved to have had another few years with Marmoush. He would have another 100 assists with them two. I think next year you're going to find Haaland and Marmoush playing more centrally. This ball here is lovely. where he just sets it back. You're going to find Haaland and Marmoush, and imagine they're not going to have Kevin De Bruyne to produce passes like this. You know, that's how do you replace that, Crouchy? I don't know.
It's an interesting decision. I know he's obviously the financial aspect of it. He's on a lot of money, but I mean, he still looks a fabulous player. I know that, you know, he's not, obviously his injuries have hampered him, as he mentioned there before. But you know, I just think if you get half the games out of Kevin De Bruyne, it's better than you know. Someone playing a full season, I would say.
He's pain-free as well now, George, doesn't it? We've seen the level he can still play at and impact a game today. Do you think there's any way that there may be a change of heart and a little extension get added there? Because it's clearly not what he wanted to do.
I mean, I think there's still a possibility that could happen, because what you said there about playing pain-free, there's nothing worse than playing with players you play. You're always playing with something that's sore, something hurt. No, you turn up at a stadium and the people that come, they don't know that how much pain you're playing, and it might take 10, 15, 20% off your game. And you get to a little spell when you're playing pain-free. It's like you know everything. The shackles are off then, and you're back to your best. So maybe that was the case earlier on in the season. He might have been a little bit hampered by his injury, and who knows what's right. We've seen stranger things happen in football. And like I said, from a Premier League perspective, absolutely, you'd love to see him stay here at this club or somewhere else. You want to watch Kevin De Bruyne play every weekend.
But is it the right time, Peter, do you think, for this club to move on with the next generation and that rebuild that is inevitably going to continue in the summer?
Yeah, I mean, they've started it, haven't they? They've started to, bringing in, recruiting younger players. There's a few of them more on the bench now, legends at the football club. Having said that, I thought Gundogan played fantastic today, Kovacic as well. So some of the older players.
You're right now, James. You're good. What an incredible performance. Was that the most dominant display that Manchester City have shown from being 2-0 down?
Yeah, I don't think we deserved to be 2-0 down either. I think I missed a few chances early on, and then the game just got away from us a little bit, but we was playing well anyway. We knew the goals were going to come, and luckily they did.
Defensively, what was going on that first 20 minutes? Because they seemed to get a lot of joy down the left in Palace.
I don't know, I was too focused in the game, I couldn't really tell you, but obviously one was down the left, another set piece, which they're probably one of the best in the league at, so yeah, it was unlucky, but we showed good character to come back.
What was the inspiration, the turning point? Who were the leaders out there that were talking to all of you?
Obvious answers like Ruben, Kevin, Gundogan, Cover. I don't know if I missed a few, but no, everyone was just up for the game, and we wanted to prove a point and show that we was committed, and we want to finish in the Champions League spots.
Congratulations to you, a goal on your first Premier League start for Manchester City, and quite the celebration to match it as well. Is there a better feeling than that?
No, definitely not. I'm obviously frustrated because I could have had more goals, but still, one's enough, so yeah, I'm happy.
Incredible pass from Ederson as well. That's his 4th assist of the season. What does that say about him as a keeper? And you're almost always looking for that run.
You can kick it dead far. I'm joking, yeah. He's got a great pass, so when I seen the defence was quite high up, I just tried to get in between them and get inside of the goal.
Look, that is Manchester City back in the top 4. Is this you guys saying, we are here, we are fighting, we are going to make those Champions League spots?
That's the reason we're playing this year. The last 8 games, is it? I think 6. Sorry, last 6 games. Let's try and finish in that Champions League spot, and hopefully we can.
Amazing. Congratulations, well done. Thanks, James.
Thank you.